Hello, this is D, and I'm back with another video. And today we're going to be testing out Cyberpunk 2077. It got a new patch. The patch is 2.21, and it adds actual support for DLSS 4, even for older cards. So I have a RTX 4090, and I'm able to do the new DLSS frame gen. Now, I don't get multi-frame gen, but I do get the new implementation of it on the Transformers model. Now, they also rolled out some updates to the Xbox Series X and S. So we'll just kind of go through some of these fixes real quickly. It says this update adds support for DLSS 4 on PC and introduces various fixes, notably to smart frames on Xbox and photo mode across all platforms. For details, check the full list of the changes below. So we're not going to go into the console changes. I will, however, leave a link in the description down below so you guys can check it out for yourself before you download the update. Now, the patch notes for the PC specific updates says that it added support for DLSS 4 with multi-frame generation for GeForce RTX 50 series graphics card, which boosts the FPS by using AI to generate up to 3 frames per traditional rendered frame. Enabled with GeForce RTX 50 series on January 30th, DLSS 4 also introduces faster single frame generation with reduced memory usage for RTX 50 and 40 series cards. So I can apply this update and I will see the benefits on my RTX 4090. Now, the article goes on to say, additionally, you can now choose between the CNN model or the new Transformer model for DLSS ray reconstruction, DLSS super resolution, and DLA on all GeForce RTX graphics cards today. The new Transformer model enhances stability, lighting, and details in motion, fixing artifacts and smudging on in-game screens when using DLSS ray reconstruction. The frame generation field in graphics settings will now properly reset after switching the resolution scaling to off. So this is pretty good news, and I'll give you guys a little bit of a spoiler. I did conduct some benchmarks and I did put everything side to side, and I will say overall the Transformer model, it does look better. Now, a couple of my observations, because you might not pick this up when you see the side-by-side benchmarks. I noticed that frame gen, when it was on, the image quality was better, even on the Transformer model with frame gen off. I don't know, it just seemed to retain more colors. On the bottom, you'll see that I'll have it marked if it has frame gen on, or if it's DLSS, or if it's quality, or the old network. It will be listed. And you'll notice that when frame gen is on, at least in my opinion, the colors just seem a little bit richer. I don't know what's going on there because they're both using DLSS. Frame gen traditionally, it doesn't look better. It's usually a softer image. As well, you usually have a little bit more artifacts. Another thing that I also noticed is that the CNN is not looking as good as the Transformer model. I noticed it mostly on like neon lights and little small details. It just was more vibrant on the Transformer network. So I will say overall, it is running better on their new model. Now, another thing that kind of surprised me was the latency. The latency was pretty good. Now, you're gonna see on some of these charts that I got it down to like 12.2 milliseconds. Now, that is excellent. Now, of course, I had Nvidia Reflex turned on, but that is excellent using frame gen. So without further ado, I'm just gonna get into this. I usually don't do videos like this, so guys, please like, subscribe to the channel. If you like this type of content, let me know in the comment section down below. Let's just get into these benchmarks. I'll come back, and of course, we're gonna play some more of Cyberpunk 2077 with the game fully maxed out on my RTX 4090 running DLSS 4. So enjoy these benchmarks and I'll be back. So as you guys can see, running it on the old CNN network is less taxing on the hardware and you get a little bit higher FPS. But overall, I say the transformer image, it does give you better quality. Now, I did notice with DLLA on, I did have a few artifacts. And I also noticed that DLSS 4, it was resolving more details. I noticed it on the door through that benchmark run there. Hopefully I can put it up on the screen here and compare it side by side at that instant where you can see it. But I noticed that the door was a lot more detailed. I just noticed that the transformer model was resolving more detail. Now, some of it, you're probably gonna have to slow it down. You're probably gonna have to pause it. It's hard to see on YouTube. So I think the best way is maybe just to comb over the footage and pause it. I'll try to put some instances up here or some imagery so you guys can see it. But transformer model is definitely cleaner, but it comes at a higher cost. And that's where the 5090 is going to come in handy, because it has better tensor cores to deal with all of this new AI processing on the transformer network. I think that the 30 series cards is probably going to hit those cards a lot harder than it's hitting my 4090. I think like a 4070 is going to get hit a lot harder running it on the transformer network. So you do get better image quality, but you're going to want to have a either 5000 series card, or I would say like a 4080 super and up, or a 4080 and up, honestly. And I would even say a 4080 because, you know, it doesn't have enough VRAM on it. I don't want to get into all of that. And I think that's where the 5000 series are a lot better, because at least they're starting at like 12, which is much better than 8. I think the minimum should be 16, but 12 is okay. You're not going to be running out of VRAM with 12 gigabytes, at least not right now. So it's okay in the here and now. Future proofing, 16 and above. And of course, the RTX 5090 has 32. I have 24 in my RTX 4090. So these GPUs, they're a little bit bigger. Now, the performance that you get over the 50 or the 5090 that you get over the 4090 is roughly about 30 to 33%. So in this instance, we'd be getting over 100 FPS. But also with frame gen on, you have 3 times more performance of frame gen on the 5090. So you're going to be getting like 200 FPS. I haven't seen all the benchmarks today, but that's where it's really going to come in handy. Now, if the reflex is working good on frame gen or on multi-frame gen, like it is on frame gen right now on DLSS 4 with my 4090, then I think that's probably a good resolve. As you guys saw the frame time, it was running at like 12 milliseconds. That's pretty good, man. When we were running it at native resolution, it was higher. It was in the 20s. So reflex is a really cool tool, especially if you're using frame gen. It cuts down that latency. It just gives you a better response time overall. So I'm really interested to see how this multi-frame gen is going to perform on the 5090. Now, I know we're going to have some more reviews coming out in a couple of days that will kind of feature the multi-frame gen, and we'll have a bunch of charts and benchmarks. But based off of what I'm seeing now on my 4090 running the new frame gen, because the 4090 is running the new version of frame gen on the Transformers network. It just can't run multi-frame gen. And Nvidia hasn't even ruled that out. They said that right now they're just focusing on the 5000 series, but if I was a betting man, I think that's also going to come to the 4090. Now, once again, it's going to come at a cost. So you won't get as much performance as you would get out of a 5090. I'll give you an example. Say, I don't know, the 5090 with multi-frame gen gets, 250 FPS in this game. Then I would probably expect something like 200 FPS, somewhere in that range, 190 FPS. So it's going to fall a little bit short of the 5090, even using the new DLSS features, because the features, or I should say the hardware, is changed on the 5090. They've beefed up all of those cores. That's why we're getting about 30 to 33% increase in performance on that GPU. So that's pretty much it. I'm just gonna play this game now. I'll put up some footage of me playing the game. We'll walk around the world. If you guys want to leave and you just came here for the benchmarks, just like the video, subscribe. I hope to see you guys on the next one. For the guys that want to stick around, we're going to go through the world right now, and we're just going to take a look at things running with DLSS 4. We're going to leave it at the current setting. Actually, we're going to put it down to the quality setting, because we're doing this on YouTube, and anyways, YouTube can't capture over 60 FPS, so there's no point for me to run it at 120 FPS or to try to run it at 90 FPS. I might as well just lock it at 60 and give you the best image quality that is possible in this game. So that's what we're gonna do right now. So I think, let's see. Should we take off frame gen? You know what? I think we should just leave frame gen on. So we're gonna leave it. We'll just leave it like this. We'll leave it in the quality mode, and we'll just play the game. Okay, so you guys made it through the benchmarks. Now I'm just gonna kind of just play the game. I'm gonna just shoot the stuff with you guys. I'll answer some of the questions in the live chat, and yeah, we'll just get on with this here. So we're just gonna show you the settings that I'm running with here. We'll go back here. So we're running the transformer models. We're running the quality setting. We got DLSS frame generation turned on to high. DLSS frame generation turned on, as well as the texture quality set to high. Everything is maxed out. Okay, so everything is completely maxed out in the game, except for screen space. Let's put this up to psycho. We'll apply, and I believe now the game is fully maxed out. Okay, so right now we're just gonna go through the game. We're gonna see, how everything is running. See if we can see any anomalies. Check out the performance. You can see the data up there in the corner there. So we are running DLSS quality, the transformer model. This is what it's about. This is the reason why you get an RTX 4090 and of course a 5090. So I gotta say, so far, at least in this title, now I'm gonna have to try DLSS 4 in other titles, but I can say objectively in this title, it's resolving a very good image. Like, everything looks fantastic to me. And look at the details. If you guys are seeing any type of anomalies or glitches, let me know. See right there. I saw a glitch right there. I saw something on the tree there. There we go. See that? So that's an artifact. I'm sure that is because of frame gen. I bet you if we turn off frame gen, let's screw around here. Let's turn off frame gen, and let's see if that is still there. So, I think we're gonna probably have to do a reboot. Let's put AMD's frame gen on. Let's see. Let's see if it goes away. Would you look at that? So it went away, just switching the version of frame gen, and you can see AMD's frame generation. We're getting less FPS, but it is still pretty smooth. I would say it's a good test. Let's just do this in real time, I guess. Now we'll put it back here. We'll apply, and yes, yeah, there's a difference. Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna do a little comparison here myself. Yes, I know this is definitely sharper for sure. I think a good way to judge it. What can we look at here and judge it? I think that's a good way to judge it here. Okay, so if we look over at the building there, we can see there's like sheets covering the side of the building. You can see the wind blowing them. So you can see like a pattern. You see that? You can see like patterns in them. Now, is this an artifact or is this the director's intent? Kind of looks like the director's intent. It looks like there's ripples going down, the materials, especially if you look over there in the building right over here. You see it kind of going down. So let's compare this now with FSR. Set the quality. We're going to apply it. Our FPS is going to go up, but our image quality is definitely going to change. Now well, that's interesting. I still see the ripples over there, but over here now, I just see a lot of ripples. And when I'm looking at those ripples over here, those don't really look like ripples. They look like artifacts, and they're continuous. Whereas the other one, when it was on DLSS, it was definitely not continuous like that. So let's flip it back. Put it back to DLSS. Apply. And there you go. That constant rippling is gone. Now when it ripples, it's, I guess, according to the elements, because if you look over here, you can see stuff rippling, right? So it's according to the physics, and it's just not a complete ripple effect. So right there, I think that was a pretty good test showing that DLSS frame gen is better, as well as DLSS over AMD FSR, which of course we know because FSR 3, it's only so far it can go without proper machine learning AI on it. And the new cards that are coming out, the RX 9070 and 9070 XT, they're gonna have proper machine learning on it, so their upscaling should be a lot better. It should be something comparable to DLSS. So that's pretty cool there. Yeah, so basically frame gen is pretty good, especially on DLSS 4. I'm not seeing any real visible issues. Everything looks pretty good to me. So let's look. Oh, can we go down here? Yeah, why not? Let's go down here. We're just gonna walk around and, you know, check out the scenery and look at the path tracing, see if there's any type of anomalies. If you guys have any type of questions, just let me know in the live chat. I'll try to answer as many as I can. I'm excited for the new set of cards. I personally want to get a 5090, and I'm going to upgrade my CPU to either a 9900X 3D or the 9950X 3D. And that will definitely push my 5090 to the max, and hopefully I can land a 5090 day one. It's going to be pretty hard to land those cards. I'm going to steal this car over here, and I'm going to do the mission. I'm probably going to ease out of the commentary for the rest of this, so you guys let me know what you think of today's benchmarks. Also let me know what you think about DLSS for frame gen. I noticed that it's not perfect. Like here, if I'm looking, you know, I see a few little issues, but you really got to look for a lot of them. For the most part, it's running good. And let's not forget that DLSS 4 is just coming out now, and the cards that, you know, really support it the most are not coming out until the end of the month. So of course there's going to be some more updates, there's going to be some more driver utilization, but I gotta say overall I'm pretty satisfied with it. I'm satisfied with the responsiveness of it. You guys can see the milliseconds right there on the frame time for yourself, and you know, it feels good. It feels really good. I don't have any complaints, and I think the image quality looks good. Weirdly, the image quality appears better in this game with frame gen on rather than it being off, and I don't know if it's some type of bug. I'm not quite sure, but that seems to be the case, and the benchmarks today kind of showcase this, so you guys can let me know. So that's pretty much it. I'll be back later on this weekend. We're probably going to play some Ninja Gaiden and talk about some Xbox stuff. They had a showcase that was really good, so don't worry, I didn't forget about that. But I think right now, DLSS 4, at least for me, the hype levels, I just wanted to share this experience with you guys. So like, share, subscribe. I'll leave you guys with this gameplay. I'll probably play another 10 minutes or so. I'll be in the chat section if you guys are watching this live, and I'll be answering your questions. So I'll see you guys on the next one, and I'll see you in the chat if you're watching this live.
You're fucked now.
Oh, Capitan, you tracking me, dog?
I'll explain, but first, you gotta bring her. Flipping you the door.
Yo! Skedaddle, Joe! We know she's in there! Set her free! Hurt me!
Watch out, V. Piss someone off.
Give me a hand here!
again. Prim looking, but useless. At least with you, it's the other way around.
Wait, what?
Ah, relax. Just teasing, man. Anyway, come on. If I wanted my dick wet, I wouldn't stand out in the rain.
This one's stolen too.
Stolen? Oh, V, you're breaking my heart.
Give it to me straight, Cap. The wheels. What's your scheme?
Got a need for speed, huh? Yeah, me too. But first, not gonna hit you. The car you brought's looking a little worse for wear. Every scratch is a loss, you feel me? 2, I'm selling them. 3, Dogtown's full of chances, and chances are what I like. 4, you called it a scheme? Man, I prefer to call it a creative license.
Hey, Judy, what's up?
V, can you come over, stat?
Something happened?
Yeah. Just come. In the bathroom.
Bird offs herself to express her undying gratitude to you for saving her.
Stop talking.
I was only gone an hour.
Gotta do something with her.
Now will you come and arrest me, you pussies? Fine. I don't give a fuck what you write me up for. They'll be here soon. Told me to keep her on ice until tomorrow. Can you believe the balls?
You know, to you, she was your best friend, so it's a terrible tragedy. But they must get dozens of calls like this every day.
What are you? Their fucking PR rep?
No, just saying.
Put something on her. I'd rather she look like a person than a body. Could you wait outside? Close the door, V. Please. Bum a cig.
Didn't know you smoked.
Quit. It's been years. But right now I need something besides air in my lungs. Please, V, just one.
Here.
That was her smoke case.
Wanna hold on to it?
No. You seem to like it. Keep it. Kinda glad it's you that has it, actually. Fuck, Evie. I let her down. I thought if I gave her some space or time, she'd get back on her feet.
Stay strong, Judy. Don't let this tear you down. Sure you don't need anything?
No, but sweet of you to ask.
Anything comes up, holler on the hollow.